Hello, all you big, beautiful brains out there. Today, we're going to talk about mnemonic devices. Before we get started, take a minute to subscribe to Psy vs. Psy. Help out your friendly neighborhood psychologist while I tell you all about mnemonic devices. Now, a mnemonic device is any trick or aid that you use to help improve your memory. Sometimes it can be pretty difficult remembering strings of information, and so we lean on ways of remembering that have helped us before. Let's take a look at some of the most common mnemonic devices so that you can get a better idea of what I mean. Rhyming is probably the most basic type of mnemonic device. By combining the thing you need to remember with a word or phrase that rhymes with that thing, our brain encodes that information differently by essentially hearing it in a different way. It makes that phrase special, unique, makes it stand out more. So rhyming mnemonic devices can be ones you've made up yourself, like say you need to remember the number 3, so you rhyme free, making it more likely that you'll remember. But there are also tons of rhyming mnemonic devices that we learn from other people. For instance, 30 days has September, April, June, and November, or I before E except after C. Now, the oldest recorded use of a mnemonic device is the method of Loki. People have a couple different ways that they pronounce this word, Loci and Loci. I pronounce it Loki because, well, so, the method of Loki was written about by the ancient Greeks who employed this method to remember huge amounts of information for memory competitions. In the method of Loki, you associate things you need to remember with a physical place. By visualizing the place, you can then better remember what you need to know. By utilizing the visualization technique, you're encoding that information differently. Now, this is a method that's become really popular in TV and movies, maybe because it's more fun to see than some other types of mnemonics. It generally involves like big hand-waving gestures and really tight zoom-ins on faces. In the past few years, I've seen it on quite a few shows. Probably the most popular is Sherlock and his Mind Palace. So, the mnemonic device most widely used as an example of mnemonics is the acrostic. In an acrostic, particular letters, usually the first letter, from a word or phrase are particularly important. For instance, using "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally" or PEMDAS to remember the order of operations in math, or using "Every good boy does fine" or "Every good bear deserves fudge" to remember E, G, B, D, F, the lines on the treble clef when you're learning to read music. Acrostics work especially well when you have to remember seemingly meaningless strings of letters. By using the acrostic method, you give the meaningless letters meaning. Now, most of you out there watching came looking for this video to understand mnemonics for school or for a class, so let's help each other out with different examples. Leave your favorite mnemonic device down in the comments below. Maybe you'll help somebody else learn a new way of remembering something. And if you want to know more about the devices in your life, make sure you subscribe to Psy vs. Psy so you can get all of our other videos and you can learn all about the science of psychology. Until next time, keep thinking, and I'll see y'all later. Bye! Why are there so many different ways of saying method of Loki?
Are you mad? Possibly.